There's a lot of shit in here.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, mate, you mate. Because Natalie dropped a massive shit in here before and it absolutely stinks. In dry air while you shower. This is like OG Crep Protect, I think. What we call the sex chair. So it's something like The Incredibles, like that scene in The Incredibles where like she's waiting up for him. There's me again. No drawers for the sex toys though, which is a shame. But I played both parts there, you see, so I've got quite a lot of range. One more teaspoon of that. Good morning and welcome to part one of the Denmark trip. As you'll see, I'm not currently in Denmark. I'm sat in my car about to go to the gym. We're flying out today at about 4 p.m. I think, so it's not going to be much exploring done today. However, I'm going to take you through sort of my plan of how I'm going to approach being away during what is a fairly intense diet. So I've got 12 weeks left of the diet after this week, so from next week. So yeah, I don't particularly want to go mad while we're away. However, I am also a big believer in sort of, you know, you don't get to go on holiday very often, so making sure what you do adds to it. And, you know, my opinion is more based on do the thing that you want to do for the goals that you've got and just be happy with those choices and whatever consequences come from it. So I'll talk a bit more about that. And I'll try and keep you updated throughout the day as we go. I think it's just running errands, making sure we're packed, getting to the airport, and then spending 2 days exploring Copenhagen. So I'll catch up with you when we get to the gym. Okay, we've arrived at the gym. I'm gonna be honest, I have not got time to film anything in there. It's gonna be a chest, abs, and cardio session. So what I'll do is afterwards I'll give you a quick summary of what I did, how I did it, why I did it, and then I'll catch up with you with the other things that we're doing for the rest of the day. So I think we're going to nip to the supplement shop to get a little protein bath while I'm on the plane, which will link into the fact that I'm trying to stay on track as best as possible whilst flying, because I'll be honest with you, you don't necessarily have to eat your body weight in snacks while you're on a plane. And yes, I normally do that, but this time's gonna be a little bit different. So I'll catch up with you then, explain what I'm up to, what I'm gonna be doing, and yeah, take you through the session that I just did. And we are back in the car where we started the day. The gym has been smashed. Did chest and abs, like I said. Just 4 exercises, 2 for chest, 2 for abs. Because over the week, what I like to do is split the volume up a little bit and do bits of everything. So right now, focus is obviously dieting, but arms and shoulders need a lot of work. So that's getting a bit more volume. And then obviously training my abs twice a week as well. Just to get them to pop a bit more when we've dieted down. But yeah, no, it was a good session. Cardio has been done. I am wetter than every single woman when they see me when I walk around the gym. That is a joke. I mean, it'd be funny if I could just go and put my head under the shower to make myself look sweaty, but no, I am piss wet through and it's very hot in this car. So I'm gonna head over to the supplement shop now, and then I think we're gonna get back, shower, sort the state of my hair out, and then yeah, finish packing, get going. Just arrived at the shop. Looks like it's car cleaning Fridays. Sad to be missing out. I think they just had a massive delivery issue as well, so if you can get some little shots of what we've got, I'll be sure to show you. There is a lot of shit in here.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, mate, you mate. Where the fuck are you putting all that? Look at that lemon drizzle, mate. Ooh!
Lemon drizzle.
Lemon drizzle, bit of biscoffy cheesecake there. How are we? And we are back from the supplement shop. Help them unpack the new delivery and find somewhere to put it all. So if you do need protein or any supplements, make sure you go down. I'm currently on the new DNA Whey, if I can get it out of the cupboard without dropping everything. The new DNA Whey that is in stock there is sensational. I'm on banana waffle caramel. No idea if you can see that. Banana waffle caramel. It's actually really nice, to be fair. I'm not a massive banana flavouring guy. Thought I'd try it. But all the new TWP flavours are in: lemon drizzle, Nutella cheesecake, Nutella churro, lemon drizzle, Nutella churro, yeah, and pretty much everything else. So if you want some gains and some good supplements, go down, use code SAM. He won't give you anything off, probably. He'll look after you, but hopefully, if everyone that I know goes there, maybe eventually you'll give me a discount code, but we'll see. But we're back now. I just need to quickly have a shower and sort the state of my beard out and my hair.
get ready, finish packing, which is pretty much done. I did pick up from the shop a protein bar, which is here, and I'm also going to take this popcorn. So something I said I talk about is like how am I going to stay on track while we're away. So I'll go into more detail like as and when it comes, like when we get there. But obviously I'm shaking like mad, my shoulders are killing after that training session. But like right now today I've had a small breakfast just to have enough fuel to go to the gym. I'm about to have this bacon pita bread that needs some sauce on it. So focusing on the protein, obviously. Obviously I've got those lower calorie snacks, high protein stuff. Mainly for like the plane or while we're in the airport and stuff. Maybe pick up like a meal deal, something low calorie there if I'm hungry. But the likelihood is we land at like 7:30 if there's no delays or anything like that, which hopefully there isn't. So I might pick up something for the plane there, but we'll probably be having some tea when we get there. So like I say, nothing drastic. I've got my training done. I've got my cardio done. Steps should be pretty good this weekend anyway, because we're going to be walking everywhere, so I'm not too fussed if they're a little bit low today, because we'll probably be made up for over the weekend. Sticking to the normal diet stuff, eating the same thing, high protein, and that is basically it. Like, it can be that simple. Obviously eating out while we're over there is going to be a bit harder, but there is strategies for that as well, which I will take you through whilst I'm there, as well as just showing you the cool buildings and all the fun shit we get up to, including Tivoli Gardens, which last time I went to Denmark it was closed, it was out of season, so very excited to go there. So yeah, I'm going to eat this because I'm starving. I'm going to pack, I'm going to shower, and I'll pick up with you just before we set off. I did not pick up the phone while we were getting ready because we were in a massive rush, but just got out of the taxi. We are at Terminal 3 again, departures, obviously, because we're leaving the country, not coming back. So yeah, we're going to get through security. Once we've done that and we're sat down chilling, I'll pick back up with you. We have landed. You've seen us take off, and I know I said I would catch up with you when we got through security at Manchester Airport, but it was extremely busy, extremely loud. Picked the worst weekend to go away considering it's the school holidays. From next week. But we are in Copenhagen, so the plan is I'm gonna get to the hotel, give you a little room tour, take you through how I'm going to approach staying on the diet, and then probably going to show you what we go up to later on, and especially what we have for our tea. So I will catch up with you then. We're not at the hotel yet, but I just had to show you Natalie trying to summon a couple of ducks, mate. A couple of birds, lad. A couple of birds. And we have arrived at the hotel. We've been here for about 10 minutes. I just needed to sit down because my feet are killing and I'm tired and it's hot. But within the first 2 minutes of being here, I opened that window and there's no aircon. So we got sent a fan up to the room. So yeah, we figured out where we're going to go for some food. About a 15-minute walk, get some drinks and stuff on the way back. There's some shops nearby, but I think we're going for some burgers. So I will show you the room first and then I'll get into a bit of information. So this is the room. This is the bathroom. I'm just be glad it's not, smell-o-vision, because Natalie dropped a massive shit in here before and it absolutely stinks. But other than that, that's me, safe. I tucked my t-shirt in because I got blood on it. Nosebleed life, not a sniff head. Look at this, free shit, man. There's a fucking shower cap here. Let's get this on. Mate, fucking dry air while you shower. Do you know what I mean? That's what you want, innit? So, turny roundy thing. Ironing board. Kettle. More free shit. Shoe shine. This is like OG Crep Protect, I think. Nespresso machine. That might end up in the bag. Robes, slippers, mate. Fucking bougie this. Fridge, empty. Cupboard, empty, but then there's cups in it. Safe. Natalie. There's my fan. Weird pictures, don't know why they're next to each other like that. Quite like it. But those houses there, we'll be going seeing them probably tomorrow. We'll see. TV, got a vlog on by Life of Tom. Some little gimp, and I still watch him because I love him. I think he's mint, and it's what inspired these vlogs. Natalie again. What we call the sex chair. It's like something like The Incredibles, like that scene in The Incredibles where like she's waiting up for him to come home, and she like swivels around on that. I'll read out that in a second. There's me again. There's Natalie again. Yeah, that's the view. So let's see if I can. Yeah, quite nice. If I tilt it, you're gonna see me again, but it's a lake view. That is a lake, and then below it is like a road. But then again, me. Hi. There's some like pointy towers and shit. I've been here before, so this isn't the centre, this is just off the centre, but yeah, got a little desk to do some work at, yeah. No drawers for the sex toys though, which is a shame, but the bed is pretty comfy. So, live bed test. This isn't the first test, I've already lay on it, but yeah, it's a bed, yeah. Actually quite comfy, it might be memory foam before I drop my phone on my face. But yeah, no, let's get on this comfy sex chair. Oh, it needs to recline though, it's a little bit, oh, it reclines. It reclines. Do look cozy. Walked in from a burning building. No, it's not got the room. She has the lamp on, doesn't she? How do I do this now? Go pull it.
Oh.
You said you'd be back by 11. If you come back at all, you'd be back later. Well, I'm back, okay? Obviously, I played both parts there, you see, because I've got quite a lot of range, so that some of those were Mr. Incredible's words, but obviously, it's the last girl that sits down.
Obviously.
And obviously the kids, and you have a little smooch and that, eats the cake. So if you've not seen it, watch The Incredibles. Don't watch the rest of this vlog first, obviously, then go and watch The Incredibles. But yeah, that's the room. But I'm going to sit down and I'm going to talk to you about something in a second. So, I said I'd take you through what I'm planning on doing whilst staying on track. So, these 12 weeks until the deadline day. Not decided whether I'm going to do like a photo shoot or anything yet. Maybe, we'll see. But obviously, the idea was to get as lean as I could from January up until we went to Krakow, which was 10 kilos, which was pretty impressive. Then the interim, just keep chipping away relatively slowly. So I'm sitting at around 89-ish kilos now, which is decent to be fair. Obviously this weekend, my plan is to just not go crazy. So my sort of logic with holidays especially is like, does it add to your life? Like, does it add to the holiday? So with everything that you do, every action has a consequence, whether that's a good consequence or a bad one. You do your steps and you do your dieting, the consequence is you get the result that you want. But then you've also got to think like, I hate the whole bodybuilder gimps that are just, meal one in the trenches, they're at the gym on Christmas Day. If that's what you want to do, fine, right? But they're the same people that's the only thing they've got going for them. It's the only part of their identity. You say, who are you? And they go, I'm a bodybuilder. It's like, well, me, I train like a bodybuilder. I'm an online coach. I'm a boyfriend. I'm a son. I'm a geek. I am a foodie. I'm an ex-fat kid. Obviously, I like food. I'm a chef to an extent. Like there's a lot of things that go into your identity, and I think when you take training that seriously and into that sort of degree, it's all that happens. And you see them, they go on stage, do a photo shoot, and then they rebound and get fat again really easily, and they stop going to the gym because their head falls off because they came last and they didn't get the plastic trophy they wanted and stuff. And like, that's not me shitting on bodybuilding, don't get me wrong, like I was always a fan of it. But it's like, that's the only thing they got going for them. But it's like with things like this and like the holidays and stuff, now, you do have to, when you're dieting and when you've got a goal in mind, you have to make choices towards that goal, obviously. There's going to be days where, you might have to not eat fucking pizza for a few weeks. Like, you can, on paper, eat whatever you want and still lose weight, of course you can. But when it comes to dieting, like, when you do it properly, you understand that, yes, you could, but it's definitely not the best idea. It just makes your life harder, right? And that's when you don't get results because you're fucking hungry all the time, right? You do get hungry, but you don't have to be that hungry, So I think, with me, especially when it comes to holidays, people say to me, like, how do you stay on track on holiday and all that sort of stuff? Well, if you go on holiday for a week once a year, you don't stay on track. Do you know what I mean? Do what you want, like, enjoy yourself. If you don't want to go overboard, then think, do I need this? Does this add to my life? Like, if everyone around you is having an ice cream on the beach and it's like a thing and it's the only dessert you've had all the time, have a fucking ice cream. Do you know what I mean? You'll be fine. It's not the end of the world. But if you're sat there going, right, I'm going to buy 15 bags of different flavours of crisps and eat the whole thing just because I can. If you want to do that, cool. But the consequence of that is you're going to eat a lot of fucking calories. You don't want to stay on track. So like my goal with this is just to enjoy this weekend. I probably won't have a massive drop. I'll be doing a lot of walking, so that'll obviously help. You know, this week I've trained every day. I've done all my 5 days of training. I've done all my cardio. My steps have all been on point. Like, I've done everything I needed to do this week. So then today, we're going to go have some food. Obviously, on the plane, I'll put on what I ate. So I had, obviously, screenshot on screen now. Obviously, I had my protein bar, but then a chicken and bacon sandwich. You know, opted for the high protein option. I had a bag of baked salt and vinegar crisps because I wanted some salt and vinegar crisps. To be fair, I've been craving them. But mainly because they didn't have any other decent options. And that's not me just saying that. They genuinely didn't. Like, sometimes I'd get the boiled eggs, I'd get a bit of sushi, but they literally were just crisp or chocolate. And I chose the thing that I wanted, and it was like 130 calories. So I was like, yeah, that's fine. And then I had a Diet Dr Pepper. So I made the best choices today. We're going to go, I think we're going for some burgers. So I might get a chicken burger because, I mean, I sort of prefer them, but that's going to be a better option there. High protein, thinking about that. I'm not going to get dirty fries. Like, I might get fries, but this is the first day here. And, you know, I also want to create memories because it's been, you know, I've had a lot of holidays like when I was younger and, you know, I did Denmark a few years ago, but this is Natalie's Christmas present. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to go overboard. I'm not going to eat fucking 12 ice creams and all this shit. I'm just going to make the best choices I can. And I think, right, well, if I'm going for burgers, I'm going to pick a burger that I want to eat because that will add to the holiday. There's an ambulance or something going past. That will add to the holiday, it'll add to the experience. Okay, does it mean that I might not drop a kilo this week? Maybe. But I've probably got about 9 kilos to lose and I've got 12 more weeks. It's fine. Do you know what I mean? I've not got a deadline specifically that's like super set in stone. I can push it a week. You know, and it's about being comfortable with the choice that you make, that consequence. But like, you know, I'm not going to fucking get back on Monday, realise I've not lost any weight and fucking see my ass, oh, it's bullshit, why can't I do that? Well, I've chosen to do that. But in my opinion, going on a holiday for a couple of days to see somewhere that does incredible food, you can go and enjoy that and indulge in that on holiday, right? If you're just doing this every fucking weekend, you're never going to lose weight, then fucking fair enough. You know, you've got to be hungry in a diet, you've got to put the work in and shit, which I have and I am. So for a couple of days, okay, I'm going to enjoy some food, yeah. Am I going to get 12 portions like I would normally? No, I might get 11 or less. But that's just what it's about. So that is the nugget of knowledge, of experience that you're going to get in this trip. That make your own fucking mind up. Decide what actions you want to take and just be happy with the consequence of those. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying, you know, oh, if you fuck everything up, just get back on track the next day, which, yeah, you should just do that. But if you're coming off track constantly, you need to figure out fucking why. You need to stop doing it, else you're never going to get there. But for me, I know I will get there. It's planned out. This was taken into account. So if I maintain this weekend, I'm happy. And that's it. And if I do put a bit of weight on, it's probably going to be water, you know, from the recommended Filipino food from the guy downstairs. So, yeah, ran over. I imagine that was the most boring thing you ever watched. But, yeah, I'm going to go and get a burger. I'm going to come back. We're probably going to get some drinks and stuff from the 7-Eleven because Natalie's never been to one. I think she's going to shit her pants when she sees what you can get in there. The rotating hot dogs, you know, it's like that, and there's rotating. Like me on that chair, yeah. It's me rotating around on that chair as a hot dog. I'm going to replay that clip and I'm going to try and Photoshop a hot dog on now. If I haven't done that, I've decided to just look like a fucking idiot. So yeah, you'll know in the video. Right now, I don't know. But yeah, we're going to go and do that. I'll take you on the journey. You might not be able to hear a fucking word I say because it'll be loud if there's cars, but I'll do my best. I will show off the things that you can get, some snacks and stuff. But yeah, everything that I eat, everything that I choose to do, I'll inform you of why and what I'm doing. And if this helps you understand things, helps you understand what my message is, then great. But like I say, if you do want to get in sick shape, put the fucking work in, put the effort in, and don't fucking make excuses and don't just fucking go, oh, you know, I can eat pizza and lose weight. Yeah, on paper, but you'll be fucking starving. But if you're on holiday, mate, like, you know, it's finding that balance, finding that line. When I say balance, I also don't mean fucking, you know, when you're in a diet, you don't get the balance you want, right? People say imbalance. I don't like using that. I use shifting balance. I use the idea of, You know, if your idea of balance is eating out 3 times a week and having a couple of beers, that's balance for maintenance, yeah. But if you're dieting, probably not gonna fucking happen. But that, or at least that eating out won't be eating pizzas and burgers and all that sort of shit. It'll be having better options. But you're just gonna make the dieting harder. I'm talking about a balance between deciding for periods of time what outweighs what. Now for me, for this next 12 weeks, dieting outweighs everything. I will still enjoy a Sunday, I will still have a meal out, I'll still keep something to keep me sane on like a refeed day, of course. But this weekend, the most important part is that we have a nice time and that we experience Denmark to the fullest, but just without overindulgence. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, we'll go get the burgers, I'll take you on the way. Hopefully, they're not shite. So we're just leaving. Natalie wrote a note that says, room 1610 says you smell, and then signed it off as room 1612. And she said she's going to put it under room 1608's door, so that'll be funny. But your steak's pretty cool. I'm just rotating so you can see what it looks like, so I have to flip the camera around. But yeah, no. They're the lifts. That's Natalie again. Long corridors. Oh, this is the lift again. Oh, interesting. Is it going to be someone in it? Oh, no. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. Oh, look. Me again. Look how weird I'm on the phone. Bye. So this is why Natalie doesn't get let in charge of the maps. Because, I mean, this is like this is the lake view that we've got in the room. But we're walking down the fucking dodge. I know you can't see anything, but neither can we. That's the whole point. We're walking down the dodgiest fucking bridge I've ever seen. There we go. I'll give you some light. This made no difference to me. But, yeah, like, I feel like something's going to jump out. Something's getting fucking decked, mate. But this is fucking terrifying. It looks cool. But, yeah, maybe not at fucking, 9 o'clock at night? Yeah, fuck that. So we made it through Bummers Park. Yeah, it was just loads of stairs and a playground. Terrifying. But yeah, at least we've got street lights now, and the glare from my phone. But yeah, don't fancy walking through there again. I think we're only like 5 minutes away now. I think fuck for that. So the first place was closed. We've come to Columbia, apparently. It's like a really upmarket takeaway. It's like a Starbucks that sells curry, kebabs, burgers, pizza, which I didn't see. So I think we've gone for, one of them's like a dish, which is like salad and meat and stuff, and then one of them we've got just a full kebab for the bread as well to try that. But yeah, pretty exciting. Currently on lime flavoured Pepsi Max, which is exciting. So yeah, I will update you when the food arrives and when I try the lime Pepsi Max, which will be in about half a second for you. Okay, so lime Pepsi Max. Oh, it's incredible. It's so nice. They used to do lime Diet Coke and that was really good. And I feel like cherry Pepsi Max was the only one that they ever did that tasted really good. That lemon one was shit that I had in Krakow, which they also did. And this lime one is sensational. So we're going to eat this food and I'll show you when it comes. And then I think we're going to go and get some drinks from 7-Eleven and maybe a few snacks and stuff, depending. But yeah, we'll go from there. Well, it's very clear I made the mistake. I nearly got one of those and I chose the kebab itself, but I didn't know you got bread with that. So yeah, I think I'll be eating the rest of that, which is not okay. So taste test review. I just tried Natalie's and it's sensational. I definitely made the wrong choice, but I have no idea what's on it. I think it's shawarma and chicken. It's just mixed. It's delicious. I'm going to eat it and we'll catch up with you when we're done. Also, ignore the rubbish and the noise. Just a little side note, I feel like every single restaurant should come with one of these. Like, there's nothing worse than being caught short when you need napkins. Yeah, so well done to Columbia. Literally, this food, like I've never done, it's literally 10 out of 10. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. Maybe 9.5. What do you think? She just zipped her mouth closed. I don't know what that means. I think she said delicious. But yeah, 9.5, 10 out of 10, 100%. Food has been scrammed. The next stop is right behind me. I hope you can see it. I'm not looking at my camera. My phone, I'm looking at the camera. 7-Eleven. To be fair, it looks like she's found a shop that she wants to go in here, which has loads of like sweets. So looks like we're going in here. So The first shop was a bust. They had like boxes of Smurfs and like some chocolate M&Ms, so like the pick and mix selection was pretty decent. But now we're gonna try 7-Eleven instead. So we're just browsing. Found some cool juice and shit. You know what? It's a yogurt. Got some mad pastries and shit over here. That guy's got horns, by the way. Sun Cola. We've got a slushy machine, I think. Blue Fantasy. Interesting. Bad decisions may be made. Okay, we're just scanning the selection, and then I just found Tuck biscuit chocolate. Like, surely, like, I've got behind a lot of things, but that looks, I don't know how I feel about it. But you've got a lot of protein bars to choose from. Chocolate ball, barbell ones, mint choc. Might pick one up tomorrow, to be fair. So, we've been 7-Eleven, somehow spent £27. It's not the cheapest over here, but got a couple of drinks, and they had Fanta Lemon Zero, so you know that's getting demolished. I will catch up with you when we get back to the hotel, show you what we got, and yeah, I'll see you then. Okay, so we just got back to the hotel, and we thought we'd do a bit of a detour to have a look at the gymnasium. And it's sick. Like, full on boxing ring, punch bags, all the gear and stuff in here. This is sick. Machines, free weights. This is like, it's a proper gym. Like, obviously it's a casino and sports club, but it's an actual fucking gym. This is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. This has to be by far the best hotel gym I've ever been in. And it's not a hotel gym, obviously, it's a sporting health club, but like, it's an actual gym, like, it's put in the hotel. So people obviously come here and use it like a gym, even though it's part of the hotel, but I get it for free. So it looks to me, oh my God, they've even got an outside bit, hang on. It looks to me like I'm gonna be coming using this in the morning. They've even got an outdoor frame overlooking, obviously, the view. You've got a rack, what looks like, I think it's just a squat rack. I thought it was a yoke. Yeah, I thought it was a yoke, but like a full-on section. This is sick. That's sick. So sick. And we are back. I mean, I genuinely cannot believe how good that gym was. Like I was saying, like it's obviously an actual gym that just happens to be in the hotel, like a pure gym, but in a certain, you know, hotel like location. But that was like genuinely incredible. So I am 100% getting up early tomorrow. So we're booked in for breakfast 8:45. So get up early. If I can get my hands on some gloves, maybe do a little bit of work on like the bags and stuff like I used to years ago, which would be cool. Probably won't film it because it'll be embarrassingly bad. But definitely have a go with all the machines. You know, just have a fuck about, do a bit of, like, a little bit of a pump, bit of cardio or something like that. When I go up in the morning. So yeah, I think plan for the rest of this evening. Shower, well maybe shower, go to bed, I'm hot. Try and cool down. I'll show you the snacks that Natalie got and the drinks and stuff. And then, yeah, go from there. So just going over the activity, as I said, you know, making sure I'm staying on track with everything. So with my goal being 8,000, obviously, a lot of that is due to, you know, getting the most out of the minimum that you can do, which is obviously a good way to do it. You know, you could do it really fast at first and then add stuff back in. But I just picked a moderate sort of goal, mainly because my food being as low as it is, step-wise, obviously sitting at a desk all day does get difficult. So 8,000 on training days, plus the 20 minutes cardio that I do, which doesn't count as steps, which everyone seems to not fucking realise, because I'm sick of telling people, you know, cardio is cardio, steps are steps, it's two different things. So if you're going to count your steps, make sure you don't count your cardio, jump into your step goal. So obviously today did 20 minutes cardio, actually did 30 minutes cardio, and 30 minutes cardio, did my chest and abs session, and then obviously my steps are now at 9,400, so that's been smashed. Tomorrow it will be above 10,000, definitely, but obviously non-training days will be 10,000, so But yeah, more importantly, let's get into the snacks. So, getting into the snacks, obviously some water. I'm pretty sure you can drink the tap water here, but just a couple of bottles so we can refill them. Now we got a Twix, which, you know, like D-tier chocolate. A couple of Pepsi Max, obviously, because can't go without it. But then I found the Zero Fanta Lemon, which I've been craving a Fanta Lemon Zero for ages. I don't know how it tastes, but I know Fanta Lemon tastes good. The Fruit Twist Zero tastes a bit shit, so hopefully this is nice. But I've been very excited to have one of them. And then Natalie wanted some ice cream, so she bought Bohemian Raspberry. Apparently it's new, don't know. But obviously it's like a Raspberry Ripple brownie vibe, so that'll be exciting. But yeah, obviously the first shop that we went into, that was very much like a little bit dodgy looking. It was like a corner shop, but then to the right it was just dead empty. So like all the sweets were cool. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I said it in another clip, like they had chocolate M&Ms, peanut M&Ms, like it was all just big boxes of Haribos and everything you could just make a pick and mix with, which literally I would have loved to have done, because the Smurf Haribos, the blue raspberry or whatever flavour they are, like they're like the OG Blue Dolphins. They were so good. And they're my favourite sweets, that sort of flavour, the blue, so yeah. But I could have gone overboard, and this is my point, so this is what I was saying before. Obviously we had tea, and I chose like a kebab dish, because obviously pure protein. It's going to be less calories than things like pizza, things like Chinese, less salt and all that sort of stuff, like less calories overall. So that was the whole idea of me choosing that, and I like it obviously. So it was the best choice, better of the choices, considering it's obviously, it was like 9 o'clock, there's not loads of places open on a Friday night, so it was a good choice. But then obviously this, I am going to have some because it looks fucking incredible. I'm not going to eat the whole tub. Hopefully Natalie will, because it will melt if she doesn't. But I'm going to try some because this, Natalie's having some ice cream. It's a flavour I really want to try. A couple of mouthfuls. Like realistically, I can't track my calories over here as well as I possibly, like in a lot of places at least anyway. So yeah, I'm going to try a little bit, see what it's like. And yeah, I'll review it. But like I say, it's going to add to the holiday a little bit, just a little sweet treat because I'm on holiday, but not a full tub, controlled. But yeah, so I will review that ice cream when we eat it soon. But yeah, I think the plan for tomorrow, so I'm going to definitely go and use that gym because I think it'd be a waste. Like again, I don't need to go to the gym. I've got all my activity done. Obviously steps will be doing ridiculous amounts tomorrow anyway. But I'm not going to not use a gym like that when it's there for free. Of course I'm going to fucking use it. So get up early, do that, come back, shower, get ready. Breakfast is at, I don't know what the place is called, 8:45, and that is going to be, it's like small plates that you can pick stuff from. So again, choosing the better options, you can get things like Greek yogurt, you can get oats, you can get fruits and all this sort of stuff. So that's going to be hopefully what I'll go for, maybe some eggs, for the protein, stuff like that. So obviously I'll take you there. And then we've got Tivoli Gardens as well, which I missed last time because it was out of season, which is obviously what, apparently, what Disneyland was sort of based off in a way, so that'll be exciting. And they do fireworks like 11 PM, so obviously with the tickets we have, we can go in, come back out, and there's a Lego shop nearby, so I'm going to go in there. I think we're going to go into the food market at some point, get a boat down there, go and see the colourful houses and stuff, so it's going to be jam-packed. So yeah, that's the plan. So I'm going to probably split these vlogs up into 3, so obviously today's, tomorrow's and Sunday's. So for now I will bid you farewell, but there will be another clip after this of me trying the ice cream. So I won't sign off completely yet, but I just wanted to make sure that I updated you on what was going to happen, because I'm very excited. But obviously you'll be there to follow along and see what we get up to. Okay, so we're about to try some of the ice cream. So I've just had some of this Zero Fanta. I'm knackered. To be fair though, 2 pillars on arrival. I feel like that should be standard in a hotel. But this Fanta Lemon, it's sensational. Obviously it's not as good as the full sugar, but I'm dieting, so it is beautiful. I'm currently sat here with the fan on directly onto my ass, to be honest with you, because Natalie wants some, so I can't do it onto my face. But yeah, we're going to try the ice cream. So if you would, glamorous assistant, feed me a spoonful of the ice cream. Let's see how this goes. Tastes like jam donuts, you're right. Not bad. Not the best ice cream I've ever had. Not Raspberry Ripple. It's pretty good. So I'm going to probably have like 1 more teaspoon of that. And then go to sleep. So I've already told you the plan for tomorrow. I will pick you up if I manage to wake up early enough to go to the gym. But then I'll see you then. So I appreciate you watching and wasting your time, watching my time. So yeah, and I hope you learned something as well. So like, subscribe and all that. If you don't follow the Instagram already, which you probably do, but if you don't, Sam SJ Training on Instagram, give them a follow, me a follow, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Love you, bye.